Good morning. I hope my voice can carry. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We'll proceed. Accredited monitors and observers, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me echo Mr. Afuna's apology for us starting late. But as we were about to start, there were some reports that were coming in from the districts that we felt we should include since this is our first briefing. I wish to welcome you all to the first briefing here at the National Election Results Center for the 2016 general elections and referendum. On the distribution of materials and poll staff, I'm pleased to report that over 85% of our poll staff and election materials were successfully distributed to the various polling stations throughout the countries by 24 hours last night. And I must say, hats off to all our field staff in the districts countrywide for their hard work and commitment. Without this, the polling stations would not have been able to open on time this morning. And on that note, I'm pleased to report on behalf of the Commission that most of the polling stations countrywide opened on time at 06 hours. I'm sure you've heard from media reports and monitors on the ground, for those of you who are monitors and observers, that some polling stations did open late for various reasons. And the late opening time will be compensated at the time of closing the polling station. So say, for instance, if a polling station opened 30 minutes late, it will close later by 30 minutes this evening. The lateness in opening of the polling stations was mostly in the rural areas, though I did receive some reports of some polling stations in Lusaka, and I'm yet to get an update from the district electoral officer. But some of the challenges that were faced were basically regarding difficult terrain. In Nalolo district, the affected wards were Siluwana ward and Yamakumba ward and Shekela ward. Then in Sioma district, the polling stations were affected in Liandamo ward and Mbume ward. The estimated time of opening of these polling stations was 10:30 this morning, and we're yet to get feedback. An additional 3 polling stations in Zambezi West constituency delayed in opening. They only opened at 8:30 this morning because the 2 vehicles, the 2 trucks that were transporting poll staff and election materials got stuck in one of the streams that they had to cross to get to the polling stations. But voting is now underway in these 3 polling stations in Zambezi West. I wish to report that we have postponed local government elections in the following wards: Kanyala ward in Isoka constituency and Mpungu ward in Isoka constituency. This is because the candidates for these 2 wards were swapped on the ballot papers. So the candidates for Mpungu ward were appearing under Kanyala ward, and the candidates for Kanyala ward were appearing under Mpungu ward. So because we only received this communication yesterday, it was not possible for us to arrange for reprints in time for today. The other wards in which the elections have been postponed are Miengwe ward in Kalafuta constituency, Mumbwe ward in Chipiri constituency, and Kembe ward in Kembe constituency. This is as a result of the transposition of some of the candidates' photographs on the ballot papers for these 3 wards. So like the other 2 wards, the local government elections for these affected constituencies will be held on a date to be advised by the Commission. I wish to advise that there will be no need for fresh nominations for these wards in which the elections have been postponed. I also wish to add that this is a marked reduction in the errors on the ballot papers with respect to local government elections compared to previous local government elections that we have had. So the Commission would like to commend the team that they worked on the verification and witnessing of the printing of ballot papers in Dubai, as well as the team here in Lusaka. You can imagine the volume of ballot papers that had to be proofread for the 1,624 wards. We have received reports of concern regarding our official marks. The official mark is the stamp that we stamp behind the ballot paper to confirm that it is a valid ballot paper. And it appears that the supplier did not provide us with official marks up to the standard. And we will be taking this up with the supplier. And as a result, we've received reports that the ink that goes with these official marks is proving to be very faint. And in this regard, where we are able to provide our older stock of official marks, we are providing those in Lusaka and other nearby areas. And we have also advised the returning officers to provide ink pads to the polling stations, because we have found that using the marks can still be used after with the use of an ink pad. So this is one measure that we are taking. And then, of course, a question may be asked, what happens to the very distant polling stations? We have